Hey everybody, we're at video or episode 7. Um, it's been a grueling week after having that final break with Nathan. I got out a lot of emotion. Um, Definitely hurts a lot less. I didn't try to hold on or repress or bury any feelings this time. So I really felt just feeling it and going through it, processing it really made all the difference in how I feel on not using and staying sober. I've had a lot of support from a lot of people. Um, I've seen a friend or I've seen a loved one almost every single day, pretty much every day since he passed. I have gone to as many meetings as I could, and everything's helped. Faith radio, I listen to that a lot now, and it seems to always touch base on something I'm feeling or uncertainties that are going through my mind or not understanding certain things in life and or like losing people and addiction. It just seems to always be touching base on that exact moment of what I need to hear. So that's been really foundationally helpful. Building a strong foundation of support and understanding and everything like that is the key to being successful. I'm now the longest sober I've been. I passed my 1 month mark, and for a person like me, people far into addiction, that's a big deal. I couldn't at one point get through a week. A week of sober was hard. It was so hard. I made it to 3 weeks just barely twice before in the last 3 years, and that's it. Um, I didn't have the structural support back then. I was missing a lot of key elements, and right now I do have feel like I have all the key elements for that success. Losing Nathan, the silver lining from that was hard to see, but did make me want to strive to keep going even harder. I feel like I want to honor him and keep his memory going, and I can only do that if I'm healthy and happy, and not letting this bring me down too. Um, he was such a special person in my life, and life will never be the same without him. But he would want me to go on. He would want me to beat this, and I know that because I just I know exactly how he was. He just was so positive. Tried to be so positive, even when life was just shitty as hell. He tried so hard to keep the positive and keep the laughter going. Stay happy, not let it rip you down and tear you apart. He tried so hard to be the best person he can be, and that's all any of us can do. All we're doing is trying to be the best people we can be, and I want to do the same. I never still have thought about using. I have conditioned my mind over the summer to only associate negative thoughts with using drugs. As I was weaning off, I just kept telling myself over and over, like, this destroys your life, this destroys your family, it keeps you distant, it keeps you dark, it keeps you alone. And just saying that over and over again every time I use this, like now, every time I associate it, that's immediately what I think about. And I had to go get blood work this morning at the lab, and I was scared if I saw a syringe it was going to bring up feelings, but I didn't look and it didn't, and that was also a huge great step. And I also got a call from Data Counseling Center yesterday that my counseling is going to start early, and they said 6 months, and it hasn't, I don't think, been 3, but I was really pleasantly surprised about that. Everything seems to be falling into place now. Everything's lining up. Everything's in unison. Everything's coinciding. It's like I'm being told that this is gonna happen. It's gonna happen now. Keep going. Keep strong. Keep just keep your head up, and it's gonna get better. It's gonna keep getting better. It's only getting better from here on out. That gives me immense hope, immense fuel. It drives me, and it's extremely important. You have to have something to strive for. You have to like see that light at the end of the tunnel. I felt most lost when I couldn't see it. When I had no vision of any light coming, it just seemed all pointless. And I think a lot of us feel that way. It's easy to lose sight and let things tear us down. And and what they told me about our outlook and your energy. If you perceive your life to be negative, it's going to be negative. You're going to have a negative aura. You're going to attract negative energy. You're going to attract negative, toxic people. All that because that's what your mindset is. That's what you're projecting. And if you do positive, it will be the same thing. I've tried to nothing but keep my mind positive. Don't focus on negative things. Purge all the negative thoughts and feelings. Focus on every positive thing I can think of. And you know what? I'm now attracting that positivity back. That is coming back full circle, and it's just happening over and over and over again. Every time life has tried to knock me down, I kept my head up and walked through that fire, and boom, something good happened still right after that. So now my good is totally outweighing the bad, and and that's an easier thing to focus on, to be honest. It's a time when there's no good and it was all bad, and like that Taylor Swift song go, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me, it definitely was me. I admit that. I let myself get enveloped in all that negative. I just soaked in it. I bathed in it. I just rolled around in it. And now with having that just feel like it's cleansed off of me, I just trying to do the opposite, but with positivity. And and I'm not saying this is gonna work for every single person, and it's hard. It's a lot of it's mental, it's physical, it's environment, it's associations. It's so much structure to have. You have to have the supports. You can't have one negative person. One negative person can fuck up the whole system, because misery loves company. People, when there's those type of people that when they're drowning, they like to pull everyone down with them. Got to stay away from those people. Sometimes it's people closest to you holding you back the most in life, and that is completely true. I was so terrified to be alone and have nobody. I clung on to those poisonous people. But immediately after cutting every single one out, breaking every tie, I'm soaring. I'm soaring higher than I've ever soared before, and I have no one bringing me down. If someone even tries to throw negativity at me, boom, cut them loose, because you're not good for me. You're not good for me. You are mad or projecting your own negative stuff from your life onto me, and you can't handle my happiness because it makes you feel bad about your life. Well, that's not my problem. We are the cause and solution to our own problems, and that is a fact. So you have no one else to blame but yourself. You have to take responsibility for your life and what has happened. And even if you've been the type of person that's been a victim, have been wrong over and over again, like, you have to persevere. You have to keep going, because if you let them destroy you, you're letting them take away your goodness. You're letting them take away the good part of you, your light that shines brightly. And they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that part of you. You're better than that, and you need to make that clear by keep going and saying, fuck no, I'm not going to let you bring me down, because I'm way better than the person you're trying to make me to be, and I'm going to be the best person I can be, and I'm going to get the hell farthest away from you as possible. And that's what I believe. And should be stated now that what I believe doesn't maybe coincide with what other people believe, and it doesn't matter what you believe. I read this meme, it's like made the most sense. It's like, our beliefs don't make us good people, our actions do. And that is true. You know what? Actions speak louder than words. I know I need to speak in a bunch of like one-liners, but I never understood, like, things you say, but you don't understand the gravity of really where that's coming from until like you understand the gravity of really where that's coming from. I feel like a completely different person. not just being sober, but everything I've learned and keep learning. And my mind, it's just like, it feels like it's just soaking up all this knowledge and information. And the farther I go, and the more I want. I just want more and more and more. I want to be so much more smarter. I want to soak more information. I want to just, I never want to stop now. I have such good momentum, and it feels better. And now that I'm starting to feel like really real happiness instead of synthetic, it's so much more addictive than synthetic happiness. I just forgot what it felt like because I didn't have it for so long. Like positivity and negativity, they kind of affect us the both way. There are people like, I realized that because I never got attention that I needed during the developmental stage as a child, so I seek that attention out. But because I didn't know the difference between negative and positive negative positive attention, it didn't matter which kind I was getting. I was still getting attention, and that's all that registered to me. But once you understand that, you can break that connection of having that negative, and just really focus on getting that positive. You never can let people bring you down. And even though some of us might feel completely alone, it's not true. And I've honestly never felt so welcome and non-judged and open to be myself. And since I start going to meetings, because everybody has gone through the same things. Hearing their stories, it's like hearing my own story being replayed, but by somebody else over and over again. And they don't judge you because they've been there. It was hard to be around people that couldn't understand it. And then people were always talking at me like, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It's like, you haven't been through trauma, you don't have PTSD, you've never been abused. How do you know what I need? You can't tell somebody in my position what they need. You know what you need, because if we clear all those people out that are talking at us, in our mind, our inner self will tell us exactly what we need. And you know it with all your heart. You have to not listen to all those around you and just listen to yourself, and it will tell you what it needs, and you follow that, and that's all you really need. And just remember that, because once I've reconnected with myself and have been true to myself, I just figure it out. Like I just know what I need. I know what I want. I know how I'm going to get there. I don't know the time frame of getting there, but like, that's a great place to start, at least. And the fact that I made so much success in such a small amount of time, but I'm really giving 100% of myself to it. I'm changing, retraining and conditioning all my behavior, all my actions. Your behavior becomes addicted. We condition ourselves slowly for all these things, and that's what really, your body repetition is like muscle memory. Like, that's what you want, that's what your body, but eventually that will change. You commit to something for X amount of time, and then you change your ways of everything. That's how we grow as people. That's how we learn how to shampoo, wash ourselves. Growing up, we mimic those things. We grow, and like, you have to push yourself outside your comfort zone, and just, that's when you grow the most, and you will grow, and it's scary, but like, you can't let fear stop you. I realized that I was letting fear be my biggest roadblock because I was scared. What if I try and I fail and I'm back here? Well, I'm still back here. I'm still in the same position. So what the fuck do I got to lose, right? The biggest thing, I had nothing to lose. I lost everything. So what am I holding on for? I literally got nowhere to go but up. So I'm going up. And it made all the difference. And I'm feeling the best I have probably since I graduated hair school 9 years ago, because I was sober back then. I worked out all the time. I was very into like mind, body, soul, health. I was the healthiest time in my life. And now that I'm getting back there, I remember now how great I felt every single day. And we have to take care of our minds. We have to take care of our bodies. We only get one body. We'll spend freaking hundreds of dollars on shoes to put on that body, on hundreds of dollars on hair dye, hair accessories, jewelry, all this crap that is just garbage. But we'll cheap out on the food we put into it, and the mindfulness, and the exercise, the stretching, the stuff that will keep our bodies and minds healthy and great. We do the dollar store version of that. And we're like, oh yeah, well I'd rather have the chains and the Prada purse or whatever. But like, it's not what you need. It's not what's gonna, you know, make you feel really good. It's that other stuff that's gonna make you feel really good. So that's just my food for thought for the day. So yet again, I'm just really hoping these videos maybe can touch another person's soul and struggling with the same thing, and really help somebody get there, because the percentage of people that make it aren't good. So let's try to get those numbers up, and let's try to focus on our own mental health and our own physical health, and really become the people that we can be by pushing ourselves a little farther. And that's enough for today. Have a great day. Bye.